check your video first. Okay, it's still running for 1 hour now. Alright, now, how do we manipulate this one? What is the value of this? Let's try. Let's expand this first. Cosine of pi over 2 plus n pi is equal to cosine of pi over 2 cosine of n pi minus sine of pi over 2 sine of n pi. Take note of that. This is your trigonometric identity. But what is cosine over 2? 0. Cosine over 2 is 0. What about sine of n pi? This is also 0. We need to say this is 0. And also this. Okay, now we have two zeros. And now we are going to multiply negative. Negative will become positive. This will now be 2 over pi. Multiply pi. Okay. Negative here, negative will become positive. So this will be 1 over 2, 1 plus 2n plus 1 all over 1 minus 2n. So simplifying it further by multiplying to its least common denominator, or you can say you can just cross multiply it and then multiply this term. Cross multiply, this will be 1 minus 2n. Copy the sign. Cross multiply, this is 1 plus 2n. All over multiply this denominator. This will be 1 minus 4n squared. So what will be cancelled out here? 2n and 2n will cancel out, giving you 1 plus 1. 1 plus 1, factor that out, that becomes 4 over pi. Okay, but we can also factor out the negative here, so that this will become 1 over 4n squared minus 1. So let's take out the negative and put the negative here. Okay, this is very crucial, so that, why did I take out this negative sign here? So that our denominator here will always be positive. So imagine if n equals 1, this will be negative. When n equals 2, this will be negative. So it is right if we take that out and then use that one. Alright, now if we are going to plug in now this function of n, this an to your Fourier series. This a0 over 2 plus, take note, b sub n is 0. This is from 1 to infinity of a sub n cosine of n omega 0 times t. Since omega is equal to 2, this will now be 2n t. Okay, now substitute a0. What is the value of a0? 2 over pi. Okay, we have solved that a while ago. That's 2 over pi. Plus summation. What is a sub n? Negative pi over 4. Okay, so we can take out negative 4 over pi, and then we will leave cosine 2nt all over 4n squared minus 1 from n equals 1 to infinity. Okay, any question? No question? No. Let's expand this one. So before expanding, I will erase this part first. Erase this part. And we will expand. Okay, this is now 2 over pi minus 4 over pi. When n is equal to 1, this will become cosine 2t. This will become cosine 2t all over. When n equals 1, this will become 3. That's 4 minus 1. Plus, when n is equals to 2, this will become cosine of 4t. When n is equals to 2, this is 16 minus 1, that's 15. But let's try another one. When n equals to 3, this will become 60. When n equals to 3, this is 9 times 4, 36. Minus 1, that is 35. And so on. This will now be your x function. Do you have any questions? None. Very good. Now, take a sheet of paper and then try to solve this on your own. So you will be given, let's say, 30 minutes to solve this problem. Alright. So I will have this as our example number 3 for the Fourier series. This is your function. Solve for the Fourier series using half-range. Use half-range values. You will enjoy solving this problem. So here comes your problem. Okay, this is a sawtooth waveform. Okay. -1 to +1, and then 0 to pi to 2 pi. Of course, what about the value here? This is -pi. What is the line here? Do you have any idea what is your function of t mathematically? Try to solve that one. First, you are going to identify what is my function of t. How do I represent this as a function? That will be your problem. So here is the hint. Use y equals mx plus b in your analytic geometry. So m is your slope. What is your slope? Rise over run. What is your rise? 1. What is your run? Pi. So therefore, okay, since this is only a practice, I will just give this data. So your function of t is rise over run. So in this case, your rise is 1. Your run is pi. So meaning to say this is t over pi. Okay, t over pi. Meaning to say when t is equals to so t over pi from 0 to 1. From 0 to pi. Because when t is equals to pi, the value is +1. When t is equals to -pi, the value is -1. So this is t over pi from 0 from -pi. Let's start from here. From -pi up to +pi. And take note, the function of t is equals to function of t plus the period. In this case, the period is 2 pi. Okay, now plus 2 pi. Here is your problem. Try to solve this for 30 minutes. Okay, try to pause the video first and then solve this for 30 minutes only. And then I will reveal your answers after 30 minutes. Okay, let's erase this part. Guys, while watching the video, I hope you are taking down notes, because that is very important. Taking down notes is really important in online learning. Okay, answer. Here comes your answer. Meaning say your function of t can be represented by 2 over pi summation of from n equals 1 to infinity of -1 raised to n plus 1 of your sine and t over n. So here is your final answer. I hope you get this one right. This is one of the things that you need to practice on. Alright? I will see you next meeting for our next topic. So for now, let's finish this day. Let's call it a day.